This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so first of all, what is React.js? Why React.js? All these things we need to see. First of all, we need to understand what is React.js and why we need to go with the React.js in the part of the front-end technologies. React.js is basically front-end component library. React.js is JavaScript. React.js is JavaScript component library. Component library. One point, very important point. React.js is JavaScript component library. One more point, React.js is front-end library. React.js is front-end library, and React.js developed on Node.js. One more point we need to understand: React.js developed on Node.js, and React.js developed by Facebook. React.js developed by Facebook. And one more point, React.js developed on JSX syntax. React.js developed on JSX syntax, and we need to understand ES6 features. ES6 features before React.js. Before learning React.js, we need to go with the ES6 features. ES6 is nothing but ECMAScript 6, JavaScript 6. So with the JavaScript ES6, React.js developed. This is the one more point, important point we need to try to understand. And React.js is completely component library. Completely component library. And one more point we should understand: React.js have a special feature called virtual DOM. React.js have special feature called virtual DOM. So what is this virtual DOM? I will tell you. Instead of original DOM, a virtual DOM is going to be creating whenever you create some application. Whenever you create a React page, that page is going to be having virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is going to be taking the main place of changing the components and replacing the components and deleting the components, all those things. Real DOM is not getting affected for each and every operation. In this particular way, React.js applications are very faster compared to Angular or regular JavaScript Okay, so that is the way people are migrating with the React.js. All Angular.js applications also migrating with the React.js now. Or normal JavaScript applications also migrating to the React.js. Very, very popular. React is very, very popular. React is very popular nowadays. Very popular. And one more thing is React is open source. And one more point, React is having lot of block support. Okay, so front-end developers or web developers or full stack developers, whatever this, all these people must need React knowledge. Without React knowledge, don't apply for the jobs. So first of all, after the festival, we need to apply for the jobs on the React.js and Python. That is the why reason I'm going to be taking care of the React.js and Python first. Okay, so First of all, we need to understand the complete programming structure of the React.js. It's very, very simple. Don't confuse about this. I will teach you React.js very, very simple way. Very, very simple way. Just try to understand, try to focus on each and every topic. Try to focus on each and every technique, whatever I'm going to be dealing here. I'm teaching you React.js very, very slowly. Very, very slowly. Try to understand the React.js and do practice very well. Daily 2 hours practice, completely afternoon time, you sit on practice of React.js and Python programming. From today onwards, be focused on this. And how to install React.js? The thing is how to install React.js. So it's very simple, guys. Okay, I will tell you the ways of React.js installation. The first one, we need to install Node.js. Node.js installation is very, very important first. Without install Node.js, you can't work on React.js projects. Without install Node.js, you can't able to work on React.js projects. So how to install Node.js, we will see first. How to install Node.js, we will see first. So Node.js is going to be available in the nodejs.org. So just go to the website, nodejs.org. Go to the website nodejs.org. Check your operating system. Check your operating system compatibility, whatever your operating system. For example, I'm using with a Windows machine, go with the Windows machine. If you are using with the Mac machine, go with the Mac machine. So I'm using Mac machine, automatically I can able to see the Mac related node. If you are using Windows machine, you can able to see the Windows related thing. But I'm using the Mac machine, so I got the Mac machine system installation. So I'll click on this. Just go with the recommended version. Go with the recommended version. Check your operating system and go with the recommended version. And click on download. Just click on download. Click on download. So when you download this, try to install this. Install Node.js in your machine. That's it. This is the first step we need to follow. After that, open your command prompt, cmd. If it is Mac machine, you go with the terminal. If it is Mac, it is going to be having terminal. If it is a Windows machine, command prompt. If you are Windows machine, you are using a Windows machine, command prompt. If it is a Mac machine, terminal. Suppose I'm using a Mac machine, so I'll be having terminal. If you are using a Windows machine, you will be having a command prompt. If you are using a Windows machine, you will be having a command prompt. If I'm using a Mac machine, I'll be having the terminal. So in terminal, first we need to check with the node version, node minus v, node space minus v, node space minus v. It is going to be checking your node version. And after that, we need to check with the npm version, npm space minus v, node space minus v, npm space minus v. Okay, what is the command of node space minus v? Node space minus v for check node version. npm space minus v, check npm version. npm is what? Okay, some people want to ask you npm nothing but node package manager. If anybody asks you what is this npm, you can tell them node package manager. npm is node package manager. So this is node package manager is a package library which is going to be, whenever you are going to be installing node, it will go and install a lot of packages of the Node.js in your machine, node related packages. Those particular packages are going to be virtualized, and it is going to be creating a local server for you. That local server is going to be rendering your React applications and all. So that packages and all I will tell you, I will show you. And this is the first installation before React. The first installation is node installation. So I got node installation very done. And this is what node minus v 14.17.6 and npm minus v 6.14.15, latest version of node, latest version of npm. After that, create a React application. How to create React application? Very simple. There are multiple ways to create a React application. The one way is The one way is CDN links. CDN links, but these CDN links are not recommended. Not recommended in the real time. Not recommended for production. Not recommended for production or real time. Not recommended for the real time, but just practice purpose you can use the CDN links. But the second one is online editor. Online editors. Online editors also not for the real time. This is only for the practice purpose. If you want to practice the React related concepts, then you can go for the online editors. And third one is npm install. npm install. npm install is basically required things or recommended thing. Recommended thing. npm installation is a recommended version thing, and this is very important for the real time. This is working for the real time. In real time, you have to go with the npm installation. In real time, don't go for the CDN links. In real time, don't go for the online editors and all. CDN links and online editor only for the practice purpose. But this npm installation is the recommended version, a recommended thing for the real time applications. And you do with npm installation process. But I will show how CDN links work. I will show how online editor will work. These two things also I will show you. These two things also I will show you, but you in real time you go with the npm installation process. Okay. First of all, we go with the CDN process. First of all, we go with the CDN process. In CDN process, you'll be having three kind of libraries. In your HTML is going to be merging with three libraries. HTML is going to be merging with the three libraries. The one is React.js. React.js. That is the first library file. And the second library file is React DOM.js. React DOM.js. This is the second library file we will be having. The third one is Babel file, babel.js. What is the Babel here? Babel is transpiler. What this transpiler can do? This transpiler is going to be converting your JSX to JS. Basically, we are writing JSX syntax in React programming. That JSX syntax is going to be converting into the JS. Now you will understand what is JSX. See, for each and every statement, we will be having some questions. For each and every statement, whenever I'm writing some statement, based on the statement, we will be finding some questions. Based on that questions, we are going to be giving answers. See, I'm telling here JSX to JSX, JSX to JS. Then what is JSX? You will be having some questions, sir. What is this JSX? JSX is the JavaScript with XML. JavaScript with XML. So it is nothing but JavaScript contains HTML. JavaScript contains HTML or XML. Now you will be having one more question. What is HTML? You will be having one more question. What is HTML? What is XML? Based on the statement, we will be having a lot of questions, right? Now you will be having some questions, sir. What is HTML? What is XML? Yes or no? So now you can go for the HTML. What is HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language. We know this very well. Hypertext markup language, and this is going to be having HTML having predefined tags. HTML is going to be having predefined tags. HTML used to design web pages. HTML used to design web pages. Yes or no? HTML used to design web pages. That is the just basic usage of the HTML and the structure of the HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language. HTML having all predefined tags. What are the different kind of predefined tags? We know p tag, we know div tag, we know headings, we know h1 to h6, we know, and we have the form, we have the table, we have the list items, we have the li, you have the ul, we have the ol, we have the dl. We have lot of tags. We have lot of tags in the part of HTML. But coming to the XML same like HTML or look like HTML. Look like HTML. Try to understand. XML same like HTML or look like HTML. But XML is used to store and transport data between client and server. XML used to construct pages. Sometime construct pages. XML used to construct pages using by JSX. And one more point, XML is having user defined tags. Okay, what are the different kind of user defined tags? For example, Srinivas is a tag. For example, Hyderabad is a tag. For example, Sunad is a tag. For example, Sunad is a tag. So for example, book is a tag. For example, product is a tag. For example, Apple is a tag. See, these all tags are my custom defined tags. These are all tags are my custom defined tags. So one example for the XML, how to write XML. Let me go with the XML example. XML. How XML will be? XML is very simple, guys. XML. See, what is XML? Just like go with this. Just go with these points. I written some points, but W3 Schools are providing some points. What is W3 Schools providing? XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. XML is markup language, much like HTML. And XML was designed to store and transport data. XML designed to self-descriptive. XML was W3C recommendation. Some 2 points got added. I written some more points. I written some points without going with the W3 Schools. But if you go W3 School also giving some definition for the XML. You just see the XML. I just want to take an example for the W3 Schools. So what is the example of the W3 School? This is the XML. If you see this XML, about descriptive. Okay. Just take this XML example. How this XML will be? There is a tag called node. Note. There is a tag called note. Inside the tag note, there is a one more tag called to. There is a one more tag called from. There is a one more tag called heading. There is a one more tag called body. That's it. See, note marking up something, to marking up something, from marking up something, heading marking up something, body marking up something. That's it. And the above XML have a self-descriptive, quite self-descriptive. Self-descriptive, nothing but what? What is a self-descriptive? What is a self-descriptive? User-defined tags. User means what? You are the user, I am the user, anybody is the user. That is what self-descriptive. Until we can able to define our own tags. So that is what actually. And it has sender information, it has the receiver information, it has a heading, it has the body. That's it. That is have some information. Some information you can able to store with XML. So, but still the XML above does not do anything. XML is just information wrapped in the tags. XML is just some information wrapped with the tags. But later you can understand so many things with the yes. So here, so he's telling the differences between the XML and HTML, and yes, there are multiple things, multiple examples you can go for. XML simplifies things. It simplifies the data sharing, it simplifies the data transport, it simplifies the platform changes, it simplifies the data availability. See, a lot of things we have to go with the XML. Later we will discuss about the parser of XML also. But right now, why I'm telling about XML is we are actually telling about the JSX. We are actually working about the JSX. Why this JSX and what is this JSX? We need to understand. And what is the React? React is going to be having a lot of things. For example, inside the React, there is a component called root component. For example, there is a component called root component. There is a component called Root component. Inside the root component, there is a component called child component. Child component. Inside the child component, we will be having something like this is called JSX markup. Child, CHAILD. What is the spelling of child? CHA? CHILD. Good. Okay, so that is a child tag. Inside this, some subchild. Subchild. CHILD. And one more tag we are going to be making racking up here. So inside the subchild, I'm going to be having something like a React.js. Welcome. See, this is the React.js. This is the React.js. Inside the React.js, the component structure should be like this. It should not be HTML. Should not be HTML. This is JSX. JSX nothing but user-defined tags. JavaScript with XML. See here, root is something, child is something, subchild is something. Each and everything is a component. Subchild is one component, and subchild containing with the child. Child is one component. Inside the child, there are multiple subchilds which are going to be available. Then child is one component, and inside the root, there are multiple childs are available. Can you see? Observe. Inside the child, there are multiple childs are inside the root. There are multiple childs are available, but inside the child, there are multiple subchilds are available. And now subchild is a component. 3 subchild components which are available inside the child, and 2 childs which are available inside the root component. And this particular root component is going to be rendering to the HTML. Finally, browser can able to understand only HTML. Browser can able to understand only HTML. And now you tell me React is component library. React is the component tree. React is a component tree. What is the component? Root level component which is rendering to the HTML called root. Inside root there are 2 childs available. Inside child again there are some subchilds available. So this is the parent, this is the child, this is the subchild. Inside the parent there are multiple childs. Inside the childs there are subchilds. Everything is going to be rendering on top of the HTML. See, that is what actually React.js is. React.js developed on component-based tree structure, and this is the component-based tree. This tree is going to be rendering on top of the HTML finally. If you want to render to HTML, there is some glue point available. That glue point is called a React DOM. React DOM. React DOM is going to be creating a virtual DOM on top of the HTML. Basically, HTML having the original DOM. React, what is this HTML? HTML having the original DOM on top of the original DOM. A virtual DOM is going to be creating VDOM antaru. What is this? VDOM. VDOM nothing but virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is nothing but React DOM. React DOM is virtual DOM. On top of the original DOM, one React DOM is creating this React DOM. If you want to create this React DOM, there is one more library called React DOM.js. React DOM.js. So I told you one library called React DOM.js. That React DOM.js giving this virtual DOM. Is it clear? So this structure, don't forget about it. So I will send this recording later. Don't worry. You can just watch number of times, then you can understand all these things. Just try to understand. What is this JSX here. Whatever I'm telling to you, CDN links. By CDN links, you can able to create the React project. I told you. By CDN links, you can able to create React project. In CDN links, what are the things we need to wrap to the HTML? One is the React.js, one is the React DOM.js, one is the Babel.js. So you may ask the question, sir, why Babel is required? Babel is required. You are writing some JSX code. That JSX code need to be converted into the JavaScript. If it is need to be converting into the JavaScript, compulsory Babel is a transpiler which is going to be transpiling your JSX code into the JS. So very simple. I will draw the architecture if you want. Suppose this is the Babel. This is the Babel. This Babel is going to be transpiling. This Babel is going to be transpiling your JSX into this JSX into JS. So later I will show one example how to convert this JSX into JSX also, babel.js. Okay, let it be. Later we will see that. Why? Because as a React developers, you should understand some basic points before the React.js going, before the React.js components going. Some basic level things. Basic level things, nothing but they might ask some questions like you, what is virtual DOM? What is babel.js? What babel.js can do? What is JSX? Explain JSX about. Explain what is XML. Explain about this transpiler. Explain about the React DOM. Explain about the React DOM not render. Then they want to check basic questions on you. They did not go with the concepts. They will check like fundamentals. All these are basic fundamentals. What is Node.js? What Node.js can do? What is Node.js? What Node.js can do? And what is NPM? How to start a React project? Just tell me the command. If you don't tell the command, if you don't tell the how to create React project command, automatically they will get some negative thinking on you. You don't know how to create the project, then how he is putting some project in the resume. Some basic points you don't forget about it. Some internal programming you don't understand, internal programming you can't able to write immediately, means that is okay, but fundamentals you don't miss. Clear, huh? That's it. Okay, let me go with the first one. What is the first one? CDN links. How to create project with the CDN links? That is what I'm just going with. Okay, let me. CDN is what? Content delivery network. Content delivery network. And CDN files always working in cloud. Sir, no. CDN files always working in cloud. And if you want to work with the CDN, if you want to work with the CDN works on internet. CDN works on internet. If you don't have internet, CDN files will not work. Okay, so let me go to the reactjs.org. reactjs.org. Inside the reactjs.org, just go to the tutorial. Just go to the tutorial, or just go to the docs. Just go to the docs. Just go to the try React. Student, this is actually a small one. You can't able to find out. You can't able to find out immediately. After opening the reactjs.org, you need to go to the docs and you need to go to the try React. I'm just drawing the picture. Whenever you are watching the video later, you have to you have to find out where this try React is available. In the very first time, you can't able to understand where this try React is available. SAR is telling something try React. Where this try React is available, you can't able to find out with your eyes. Why? Because this is very, very small letters. It's not getting highlighted. What do you want to do? Open reactjs.org, go to docs, then go to try React. Okay, let me draw the things. Open reactjs.org. Open reactjs.org. The next one, open docs, then open try React button. Just do this. After try React, go with the download this HTML. Download this HTML. Where is the download HTML available? Download this HTML. You can't able to find out now, but this is hyperlink. Download this HTML. Just do that. Okay. Click on download this HTML. What do I need to write here? Download HTML. Okay, we are doing that. Download HTML. Click on download this HTML. You can find out some HTML content here. Just copy paste. Copy this HTML content and paste in your Visual Studio Code. Paste in your Visual Studio Code and save it as. And today our class is going to be, what is the folder today? 28, huh? Oh my god, days are going. This is index dot, okay, so react sample, react sample dot html. Just create a project react sample dot html. Okay, so I got pasted here. So when you got pasted, there are some lot of things available. I just want to delete all the comments. Okay, so come to the script here. The first script is what? React development.js. Second script is what? See this. The first one, React dot development.js. Second one, React DOM dot development.js. Third one, Babel dot bin.js. Three files. First one is React dot JS. Second one is React DOM dot JS. Third one is Babel file. Third one is Babel.js. Three files. Remember, don't forget, interview question also. What are the content, what are the library we need to add for the React application? What are the different kind of libraries taking major role in the React application, you have to tell. So the first one is React.js important, React DOM.js important, Babel.js also important. Three files are very, very important. Without these three files, React application will not render into the browser. Okay, so after that, what I want to do, I will try to render this application. Just open in the default browser. I got my hello world. But this is very, very simple with CDN. So after header part containing something like a title, that is okay, we know that. And after that, we have the library. So this is the React library. Yes or no? This is the React library. After the React library, we are having body. Inside the body, come to the body. Inside the body, there is one HTML component called div. Div contains some ID. ID is root. We know what is ID. ID is nothing but attribute. ID is nothing but what? Attribute for element. So that root is important. React have basically ID to the HTML content. Okay, so that ID is root. Then inside the script, this script is not a type of JavaScript. Script type text by Babel. In the normal HTML and JavaScript, we are writing text by JavaScript. We know that. Text by JavaScript. Here it is different. Text by Babel file. Then come to DOM. React DOM.render is a function. Try to remember this. And this is the script. This is the React script. Inside the React script, Babel script. This is Babel script. Babel script nothing but what? JSX. JSX nothing but what? What is JSX, Andy? Inside JavaScript, XML is there. This is called JSX. Inside JavaScript, XML is there. That is the why reason this is called JSX. But where is the JavaScript? This is the JavaScript, na? Script type is text by Babel, and it means it's JSX basically. It's JSX. Babel means JSX. Okay, so this is the JavaScript. DOM.render is a function, na? It's a function or not? It's a function. React DOM.render is a function from the React DOM library. We are taking a function. That function is called React DOM.render function. What React DOM.render containing with? H1. H1 is nothing but HTML. Now you tell me, inside the JavaScript, HTML is there or not? Inside the JavaScript, this is JavaScript, na? This is the JavaScript. Inside the JavaScript, HTML is there or not? That's it. Inside the JavaScript, HTML is there. That is the React component. This is the React component. We are going to be taking one React component on top of the root. Okay, don't confuse about it. You slowly understand all these things. We are writing the script type text by Babel. Inside the Babel nothing but JSX. Okay, React DOM.render is the JavaScript function. Inside the JavaScript function, we are having two things. One is the, and this is having two parameters. What is the first parameter, Andy? What is the first parameter? We have the first parameter, we have the second parameter. Inside the function, we have two parameters. Inside the React DOM.render, we have two parameters. First parameter is HTML, second parameter also HTML. First parameter is what I need to render. First question we need to make arise in your mind. What I need to render, what I need to render, where I need to render. So it is asking me render. React to DOM.render is asking me render. Please render something. This is actually, this function is going to be having some question mark. What is the question mark? You should render something on top of the HTML. You should render something or you should send something on top of the HTML. So what I need to render, where I need to render. Okay, so suppose for example, if I am asking one question, so please travel Bangalore. Please travel Bangalore. If I am asking a question, please travel Bangalore means he will ask a question immediately to me. Why I need to go to Bangalore? When I need to go Bangalore? Yes, sir. No? Sir, why you are asking me to go Bangalore? And when I need to go Bangalore? You are arising with two questions. So what I need to render? Where I need to render? Two questions. What you need to render? You need to render H1 component and you need to render on root element. Root element is already there, na? Root element is already there in the HTML. So you need to render H1 component on top of the root, guys. You need to render H1 component on top of the root. That is what actually the thing is. The small code actually. This is very, very small code. But this particular small code you need to understand first. If you are understanding this piece of code, the complete React you can understand very easily. This piece of code you understand properly, the complete React is very, very easy. You can able to understand. But here people are getting confusion. People are having a lot of confusion. You believe me or not? To understand the React.js, I take 1 month time. I took 1 month time to understand the React architecture. But now I'm going to be teaching you within 1 hour. If you're understanding or not understanding, I don't know. But for me, it took 1 year. Why? Because of I'm not putting concentrate on this, and sometimes I can't able to understand. Why? Because of I'm basically JavaScript developer. I'm not understanding what is this React.js is and how this structure is designed and where this is going, that is coming, this is going. Finally, HTML output is coming. Finally, browser is coming. But here some JavaScript is there. And why this JavaScript is sending through the HTML browser? I can't able to understand. The first starting days, I got really shocked. This design pattern, React design pattern is completely different. If you can't able to understand properly, it is very typical. If you understand properly, it is very easy. So ask so many people, React, so many people are actually telling React is typical. React having high paid jobs. High paid jobs. Only for React.js, they are paying a lot of salaries. Only with React.js, 10 lakh packages coming, 12 lakh packages coming. But people are putting efforts from last 6 months, 1 year. React is very, very complicated if you can't understand. React is very, very simple if you understand. Can I say one thing? I feel very comfortable to learn data science. I learned data science within 2 weeks, I think so. Within 2 weeks, I learned data science. But React, I took 1 month time. Data science within 2 weeks, I completely understand. I teach 2 batches also that time, 2019 or 18 something, I don't know. React, I took 1 year time, sorry, 1 month time to learn the complete level of programming, the complete programming architecture. how this React was developed. That is why React is popular. In IT, React is the #1 place, if you know. The people are doing a lot of things. Huh? People are doing AWS, people are doing DevOps, people are doing data science, people are doing this, that. Namipet complete boards, React is the #1. The #1 means when it is coming to the #1, which is going to be having high demanded in the IT jobs, and which is going to be having a lot of typical. Why they are actually paying the packages? Why they are paying packages? Need to find out the good developer. When good developer comes out, a developer taking the challenge or a learner taking a challenge. If you are taking a challenge, obviously you will get a lot of packages. Got my point? So put your hard work next 15 to 20 days on React.js. Whatever I'm teaching to you, you just follow. That's it. Okay, so this program you got to understand now. Can I render it? Can I run it? So what is the output now? Same output, huh? Same output. We don't have any changes. Can I take one more H1 here? Can I take one more H1? Is it possible? No. No, not possible. Basically, our mindset is, sir, HTML, we are actually placing HTML on top of the HTML, sir. But one H1 is coming, sir. Why two H1s are not coming? See, understand, this is the important point you have to remember. So this is one component or not? This is one component. Root is one component or not? Where I need to render on top of the root, that is one component, one plate. And this is also one plate. This is also one plate. So one bag is fitting with one laptop only. One bag is fitting with one laptop. Then this bag is going to be having fitting with one laptop. One laptop, nothing but one component. But you are trying to placing two components. That is the reason it is not able to fit into the router. So this is the plate, this is the bag, and this is the laptop bag, and you have two laptops now. But this bag capacity is only taking putting one laptop, but you are trying to putting two laptops. How it is possible? Not possible. Then what do you need to do? Just imagine. You need to take a single component and place on top of the. You need to take a single component. You need to take a single component and put into the bag. Take a single component called div. Take a single component called div. Now you have one component or two components. One component or two components. One component. What is the component here? What is the component called? Div. And you are placing the div into the root. That's it. Try to remember. This is a basic fundamental point. In React DOM.render, you are going to be placing on top of the root something, but only one component you need to place. You can't able to put a two components, but two components child of the one component, that is okay. Two components child of one component, that is okay, but one component placing into the another component. That's it. This is basically the architecture of React. Don't confuse. Is it confusing? Huh? Don't confuse it. If it is confusing, just tell me. I will tell you one more time. Okay, so now I am placing two H1s into the one div. Yes or no? Now finally output you get or not? You get or not? You will get. You will get n number of components you place. N number of components you place, but inside the div. Inside the div is one component. That component is going to be placing on top of the root. That's it. Okay, try to understand the React DOM.render function. That's a simple function. React DOM, DOM capital letters, R capital letter, and dot render small letters. React is case sensitive. Basically, JavaScript is case sensitive. JavaScript is case sensitive means everything is case sensitive. JavaScript is case sensitive or not? Yes. JavaScript is case sensitive. Every programming is basically case sensitive without HTML and CSS. JavaScript is case sensitive. Based on that, jQuery is case sensitive. Based on that, the Bootstrap is case sensitive. Based on that, React is case sensitive. Angular, Vue.js, Python, everything is case sensitive. Okay, so React DOM.render. Whenever you are writing something, please write down like this: R capital letter, DOM small letters, capital letters, and render small letters. Render small letters. Okay. That's it. Now try to understand something. What we are going with, this is what actually CDN process. This is what actually CDN process. Next we will go with what process? Online editors. Very simple online editors. And this will be the notes. Next I go with online editors. There are multiple kind of online editors available. You can just check it out. This is going to be not taking more than 5 minutes. How many online editors are available? Only few online editors available. Just go to the React develop this one. One is a CodePen, one is a Code Sandbox, one is a StackBlitz. What are that? CodePen, one is a Code Sandbox or StackBlitz. Only for practice purpose. Why? Because they are having inbuilt libraries added. One is the React.js, one is the React DOM.js, one is the JS Babel compiler. React.js, React DOM.js, Babel.js are three libraries already added, predefined by CodePen, by Code Sandbox, by StackBlitz. No need to take the CDN and all. So CDN is going to be download HTML process, but here this is the different one. This is the different one. Let me go with the CodePen first, one by one, very fast. CodePen. If I go to the CodePen, and it is going to be rendering something. So there is a Babel here. I told you Babel is JSX, React DOM.render, some H1 on top of the root. Hello world. If I change world to React, automatically that is going to be changing to hello React within some seconds. I'm not saving. I'm just changing something. Automatically the browser is getting changed. And this is having some HTML somewhere. Inside the HTML somewhere. Inside HTML ID root is there. Redefined. Hello div root is there. And something like a JS defined. That's it enough. This is the one editor called new CodePen. CodePen is very nice. The next one is Sandbox. Code Sandbox. Even Code Sandbox also having the same structure. But Code Sandbox is giving some NPM structure. Code Sandbox is going to be having NPM structure. What is NPM structure? Public folder index.html. In index.html root is there or not? In index.html root is there or not? Yes or no? Every time root is predefined. Root is predefined by HTML. Don't change root. Don't change root to capital R. Don't create your own name. Don't put Sunar. Don't put Hyderabad. All these things. That's it. Root. Can able to understand by the React DOM. Okay. Next, app.js. App.js is going to be having some. App.js is going to be having some structure. Div is there. Inside the div, some h1 is there. H2 is there. H1 is there. H2 is there. So hello React. Hello React. I'm just writing something. Hello React.js. So we are from Hyderabad. We are from Hyderabad. Just enough. Got changed or not? Got changed in the browser. That is the browser where you can see the browser. You can do practice with the sandbox also. And there is a one more online editor which is called StackBlitz. StackBlitz. It's a nice one. Same like public folder is there, index.html is there, ID root is there, and come to the app.js. App.js again. App.js again. Return. What is returning this? H1 and P. H1 and this one. Hello React again. I'm changing something. Hello React. Got changed, huh? Got changed, huh? We are from Hyderabad. We are from Hyderabad. Got changed, huh? Within seconds. So simple practices, simple concepts you can do practice with online editors. But online editors are working with the internet. Huh? Remember one point. Internet is needed. Internet లేకపోతే if you're not able to connect with internet and then you can practice with CDN. You can practice with CDN, or you can practice with this one internet without having this online editors. Internet is not there, you can't able to go with online editor, you can't able to go with the CDN, you can't able to go with the node project installation also. If you want to download the project first, compulsory internet is needed. After downloading the project, internet is not there, you can just do the changes and all, it will work. Why? Because some server got downloaded already in your folder, the server is going to be rendering you. I will tell you later. That is the third concept. Third concept is very, very important. That is what a major part. Major part is what? NPM installation process. And tomorrow we will see the NPM process. And the day after tomorrow I'll go with ES6. And slowly with before festival I need to go with React finish. Sure. But you need to follow very careful. This 1 hour is crucial time. This 1 hour is crucial time.